everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Aldergrove Community Secondary Schools Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. My name is Carla Clapton, and I am proud to be one of the Vice Principals, and I am honored to take on the role of Master of Ceremonies for this event. This year's commencement ceremony is definitely a unique one. Although we are not able to gather as a group to celebrate, we are able to provide our grads and their loved ones an experience that is both personal and memorable. This evening, we are delighted to be able to share our ACSS commencement ceremony in its entirety with all of you. We hope you have the opportunity to view this special event with those people who have supported you throughout your 13-year journey. This year's ceremony will be a bit more intimate for each of our grads. They will enter the gymnasium with their loved ones before crossing the stage. I would now like to invite Carlin Andres and Deanna Miller to begin this event with a traditional welcome.
ATM, I kusana siya, I kusana sialakwa, I kusana siwana. Wanano ait na skwalawan kwans inkwats nala tanatswayo. Tsetsan wa ias kwanzi tatsalt tanatwayo. Anta Carlin talit sanat aitsi. La Diana, la fanaten, taliat aitsi. Amit sat tanatamo at aitsi. I tanatamo at shumaswaya. I shkontlana. I samyama. Aitzaka atiem. Eats the titlam shak yachwala shak. Tali at Hulami, Anton George to Squeeze. We are going to be singing Fly Eagle Fly. This song is from the Lummi First Nation down in Washington, and it was written by Anton George.
Hey, oh.
Thank you, Carlin Andres and Deanna Miller. I am pleased to invite ACSS grad Sierra Brown to the stage to provide a traditional Indigenous welcome.
Greetings, fellow students, staff, administrators, and visitors. I welcome and thank each of you that has come to see the graduates of 2021 at ACSS. My name is Sierra Brown, and I am a proud Indigenous person. In my family history, we have each personally struggled with our heritage. It was shameful to be proud to be an Indigenous person in a public setting, or at least anywhere outside of our reserve at the West Moberly Band Hall. It made both my parents regretful and angry, passing these feelings on to us, their kids. My mother never had a day where she didn't struggle because opportunities were slim for her. That translated to me and gave me constant struggle with schooling and my social life. Despite all of this though, I still made it to my graduating year and can say I am the first to graduate in my family on my mother's side. I would love to thank all the teachers that never stopped helping me and gave me additional motivation to keep going. We are strong peoples that mean to live along the land and be true to what was given to us. Indigenous peoples were given a victim narrative where we got treated with little to no respect and in many cases harmed. However, we are known to be great listeners and we tell stories that enhance who we are instead of what has happened to us. June is National Indigenous Peoples History Month, and we use this month to celebrate the achievements of Indigenous people, but also to remember and acknowledge the darkness of Canada's past and present. We as a community must emphasize what detriment the Kamloops discovery brings and how it was never a shock to Indigenous peoples. We will not forget those who attended the residential schools across Canada. Welcome to all attending the 63rd graduating ceremony at Aldergrove Community Secondary, and congratulations to all my peers who have completed the school year.
Thank you, Sierra. At this time, I would like to introduce three people who will be bringing congratulations and greetings to the graduates of 2021. Mayor Jack Froese will address the grads on behalf of the Township of Langley. Langley School Trustee and former Principal of Aldergrove Community Secondary, Mr. Charlie Fox, will speak on behalf of the Langley School District's Board of Education. And finally, Superintendent of Langley Schools and also former Principal of Aldergrove Community Secondary, Mr. Gord Stewart, will be extending congratulations on behalf of the Langley School District leadership team.
Hello, Langley grads of 2021. I'm Township of Langley Mayor Jack Froese, and on behalf of Township Council, congratulations on your graduation. This is a huge accomplishment, one of which you should be incredibly proud. Your perseverance and resilience through these difficult and stressful times has shown your ability to adapt and conquer as you move through life. You'll be faced with new challenges and opportunities, and I'm sure you, as our future leaders, will guide us through the post-COVID world with strength, grace, and dignity. Thank you to the teachers, staff, and parents who provided guidance, advice, and support leading up to this big day. And to Langley's class of 2021, congratulations once again. Council and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Hello, graduates of Aldergrove Community Secondary School class of 2021. Graduation brings you to the end of a journey of 13 years, starting in kindergarten and ending here in the spring of 2021. My name's Trustee Charlie Fox, and I'm bringing you greetings on behalf of the Board of Education for School District number 35 Langley. The past 13 years have been a journey with many successes, many challenges, and many memories. I'm sure none of the memories have been anywhere close to the last 15 months, where you are educated in a time of a world pandemic. COVID really ruled how things were done, both in our world around us and in the school system. Changing timetables, changing methods of educational deliveries, all were challenges which you came to meet and beat, which is great. And here we stand in our graduation year. The graduation year is a time to reflect back on all those who helped us get to the end of our journey. Our parents, maybe a brother, sister, both, grandparents, all those teachers that worked with you, the support staff, the educators in the administration realm, all helped you along the way. It's time to take a minute, reflect on those people, and turn to them and just say, thanks for all you did. Because the journey is not one you can make alone. It's one you make with many people beside you. Now on graduation, you look to the horizon ahead of you. What am I going to do next? Where am I going to take myself? Is it going to be another continuing educational pursuit? Maybe at a university, a college, or a diploma program? Is it going to be a career in the trades? Or am I going to go into my family business or start a business of my own? This is the horizon that awaits you. The first 13 years gave you a strong foundation. They gave you tools to work with, but now it's up to you. As a trustee, I hope and I wish the best for you as you journey forth. Make sound decisions. Make decisions that you're going to be proud of. Stay healthy and stay true to yourself. All the best. Thank you, grads of 2021.
As superintendent of the Langley School District, and on behalf of the district leadership team, I want to extend my congratulations to the grads of 2021. Boy, I can't imagine when you started out in kindergarten that you were thinking that when you graduated, you were going to be going through a pandemic. And certainly what a challenging time these last 18 months have been for all of our society and certainly you as grads. And I say the word journey because that's exactly what it's been. And I know you've had a number of folks along the way that have supported you in that. Your parents, caregivers, close friends, other family members, and just how important that is. They were there with you when you started out in preschool or kindergarten, and as you made it through that system, and they've been there for you now, and they were there for you along that entire way. And that's critical because not everybody has someone that loves or cares for them in their corner. And what a challenge that is when they don't have that. You've also had staff all the way kindergarten to grade 12 that got you here. It's not just about the last year or the last 18 months or 2 years. You think about the people along the way, administrators, teachers, support staff, all the various roles that are within that have played a part. So I really want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that have helped our grads get to this point in time. And I think I also kind of, certainly want to acknowledge that, I appreciate what you've been able to do, grads, to your leadership during this time. You've certainly had to overcome a lot. We've talked a lot about masks and we've talked to hand sanitizer and notifications and, the lack of extracurricular activities and, 2-hour classes under the quarter system. Oh my goodness. Just the whole array of things you've had to overcome. And without your leadership there to try to really kind of make sure we maintain those standards, we may not have been able to operate. And so I definitely appreciate that. I also appreciate what so many of you have done on the social purpose piece. Whether you have helped others in need, whether that's through food for thought or things like that, in terms of making sure that families that are facing challenges, you've stepped up and said, hey, what can you do in terms of your part to help them? Some of you have even helped set up nonprofit agencies and so you can give funds back to community or others to be able to do that. That's absolutely fantastic. And as a group, you continue to push us. You push us to be better. Many of you have been involved in around anti-racism, which we certainly have to do more there as a society. Mental health, boy, has this been a challenge for so many, and I know a lot of you have really struggled right now through this time. And you said we need to do more there. The opioid crisis, what can we do around that drug addiction piece to help? Climate, how many of you said we've got to treat this planet better? What you've shown is that at times you have to get off the sideline, you have to stand up and be counted for. And how many of you continue to do that to make those positive differences? So thank you. Thank you absolutely for all that you've done there. Skills, I want you to walk in, we use the kind of phrase future literacies. The world is changing. You need a whole different set of skills than I needed when I walked out. Some have stayed, but it continues to change, certainly a lot in terms of technology. That's certainly an area, but the collaboration, the communication, literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, innovative, all those types of things that I really hope along your journey we've been able to help you be able to attain. I think it's interesting when you think about grads, about this vaccine that people have come with in an incredibly short time. At one time, those people were grads. They were grads like yourself, where the school district was laying that foundation for you to go on to those next steps. And again, I want to speak a little bit to that power of making a difference. A great book out there right now, Andy Weir. It's called Project Hail Mary. And if any of you are familiar with the movie The Martian, he's written this book. And I think it's really apt right now. It talks about a global crisis, and the Hail Mary, as a football term, is last chance to be able to do something. And these group of people, they have to rely on the very skills I've talked about to help get us through this crisis. But also what's interesting is the qualities that continue right throughout that story of how important it is. What really gives us our sense of humanity. And even during these times that we can't forget, caring for each other, forgiveness, empathy, acknowledging people's differences, not to ridicule, but to absolutely embrace, appreciate. I mean, that's what we want to see, not some of the craziness that has happened out there lately in terms of how some have treated each other based on differences. It's just not on. And certainly, again, you want to make sure we never lose sight of those important qualities no matter what crisis we're in. And that all of us have the power to make a difference. And even in the case of this story, even if you're a secondary school teacher, you have the power to, save the world. So I'd like to conclude. I'd like to conclude that a new age is dawning. We're not going to go back to the old normal completely. These are different times ahead. But I know that even with those different times, that each and every one of you do not have to have yourselves defined by the pandemic. What you needed to be defined by is how you reacted to it. What did you learn from it? And how can you go forward? So again, make sure you always take care of yourself. Make sure you take time to do that. Take care of those certainly around you also, and continue to know that you can make a difference. So again, I'd like to extend my congratulations to the grads of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Froese, Trustee Fox, and Superintendent Stewart for your kind words. ACS grads of 2021, your day is finally here. Your long and sometimes challenging 13-year journey has come to an end, and new adventures are about to begin. This evening is a time to celebrate. We are here to recognize your hard work, your perseverance, your dedication, and your resilience. We hope that you are as proud of yourself as we are of each and every one of you. I would now like to call upon our current ACSS principal, Mr. Mike Palachuk, for his tribute to the graduating class of 2021.
Thank you, Ms. Clapton. Greetings, everyone. Please allow me to begin by thanking Ciara, one of our inspiring Indigenous ACSS grads, for her heartfelt opening of the ceremony with her words of welcome and acknowledgement. We are all very proud of you, Ciara. Respected guests, parents and guardians, family and friends, ACSS staff, and of course, Aldergrove Community Secondary School graduates of 2021. The renowned French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "There may be more beautiful times, but this one is ours." ACSS grads of 2021, this is your time, and it is beautiful. Graduates, congratulations to every one of you as you stand in your cap and gown reminiscing about your 13-year journey as a student in school, thinking about the knowledge and understandings that you have gained, the skills you have learned, the challenges you have overcome, the friends you have made, the experiences you have shared, and the good times that you have cherished. Know that you are now included in a very special, very prestigious group. You are an Aldergrove Community Secondary School graduate. 62 groups of people have been able to make this claim in the past, and now you are the 63rd. This is a momentous achievement that carries honorable rewards as well as significant responsibility. The strength, drive, compassion, goodwill, and integrity of the community of Aldergrove demands that its high school graduates demonstrate such important character traits as well. Have no worry, you are up to the challenge. As you know, I have recently had the good fortune of becoming your school principal. I would like you to know that this is a role that I take very seriously and one that I know requires me to earn not only your respect, but also the respect and acceptance of the Aldergrove community. I must also hold myself to a high standard representing Aldergrove well. I must demonstrate the strong character traits that ACSS has insisted upon its students, staff, graduates, and alumni since 1958. I am up to this challenge. I am extremely honored to be able to present a tribute to you. I know that as a person new to the school, my words need time to build meaning. I would encourage you to understand this concept as well as you venture away from Aldergrove in the coming years and find yourselves in environments surrounded by people unfamiliar to you, people who need to know who you are. Fortunately, the character and strength of Aldergrove will prepare you. It is embedded within you. The honor of being an Aldergrove Community Secondary graduate will help others know who you are. You will be expected to have Aldergrove strong character traits, and you will. I am also very, very pleased to tell you that the principal you have known since your grade 9 year, Mr. Linden, will say some words to you today to close your graduation ceremony. Symbolically, this is very fitting as both you, the grads of 2021, and Mr. Linden, your former principal, move on to new challenges in your lives. In the days and years ahead, you will find yourselves in new situations where you are the new person and you must earn the respect of your newly made friends and acquaintances. Know that, as Mr. Linden does, you carry Aldergrove within you, and thus you are very well equipped to take on any life challenge. Graduates, as you move on to the next stages of your lives, please remind yourselves that as a graduating class, you have been required to learn life lessons in ways that no other grad class has ever had to do. In recent memory, you're the only grad class to have completed their entire graduation year amidst a worldwide pandemic. While this may seem like a case of unfortunate timing, it may also be seen as a unique occurrence that only you can truly understand and appreciate. While your graduation year may have, at times, seemed like a challenge difficult to overcome, it may also be considered an experience that has allowed you to learn and grow in ways unlike any other in schools before to become healthy and strong. Aldergrove strong. Congratulations to you for not only graduating high school, but for graduating high school during a pandemic. Only you really know what it takes to do that. In March 2020, while you were completing your grade 11 year, the world came to an abrupt stop. None of us had ever seen such a worldwide halt in our daily lives. None of us knew how to react. None of us knew really what to do. We had only ever known the power of motion, the power of progression, the power of moving forward in our daily lives. We now had to stop. Literally, as a world, we had to stop. What did we learn while we were stopped? Well, if we had forgotten, we were reminded that A, we need to take care of our mental health, emotional health, physical health. Grads, take good care of yourselves. The healthier you are, the healthier your relationships with others will be. Good health is your right. We need each other. Only when our ability to be social is taken away do we realize our innate need to be social. Grads, stay connected to each other and to Aldergrove. we need you. C, we need to be able to adapt to a changing environment. Grads, accept change and plan for positive improvements in your lives throughout your lifetime. It's a cliche, and it's true. You can be whatever you want to be. In 1996, Eddie Vedder wrote in a song, "Who You Are," the words, "The stoplight plays its part. So I would say you've got a part. What is your part? Who you are who you are." So, Aldergrove Community Secondary School graduates of 2021, know that there is immense strength in knowing that you are who you are. Know that Aldergrove is incredibly proud of you. Know that ACSS and Aldergrove will always be with you as you set out to discover yourselves and the world you live in. When you are at stoplights throughout your life, both literally and figuratively, know that you've got a part. All you need to do is ask yourself, what is my part? And then, armed with your robust Aldergrove character, get out there and get your answer. Grads of 2021, all the best to you, and congratulations on a school career well done. We are incredibly proud of you.
In the next segment of the ceremony, we will be honoring a few of our graduates with some special awards and presentations. The first award will be the Graduate of the Year Award. The second will be the Governor General's Award. Mr. Palachuk, will you please return to the podium to present these awards?
Thank you, Ms. Clapton. I am incredibly honored to present the Grad of the Year Award. To let you know, the Grad of the Year Award is presented to a student who stands out amongst their peers as a positive representation of the grad class. Nominated by the graduating class, in short, they set an example of what an Aldergrove graduate embodies. The Grad of the Year is a person who goes above and beyond in their daily lives, both inside and outside of the school. Inside the school, they help foster a positive learning atmosphere, are a go-to person that can be counted on by both staff and students, are an advocate for inclusion and equality, and are committed to making Aldergrove second to none. Outside of school, they are known for their volunteerism, their advocacy, and their focus on the community of Aldergrove. They are tenacious, have a can-do attitude, and are a positive role model for anyone they meet. Please join me in congratulating the 2021 Grads of the Year, Ms. Tanisha Agarwal and Mr. Kurt McCormick. The Governor General's Academic Medal. The Governor General's Medal, established in 1873, recognizes students who have achieved the highest academic average. Upon induction of a new Governor General of Canada, the Governor General's Academic Medal will be presented to this year's winner, Mr. Jae-min Cha. Please join me in congratulating Jae-min. We are presenting him with a certificate today.
Thank you, Mr. Palachuk, and congratulations to Tanisha, Kurt, and Jae-min on receiving such prestigious awards. It is now time to recognize our class of 2021 valedictorian. A valedictorian is required to have top marks in their best 6 grade 12 academic courses. However, the award is not just based on exemplary academic achievement. The valedictorian also embodies the Langley School District's core values of integrity, excellence, courage, and community. I would like to invite Mrs. Brooke Leary and Mrs. Ashley Ross to speak about and introduce this year's valedictorian.
Dear honored guests, in person and at home, I am Miss Ross. I teach social studies in Avid with Miss Leary, and we're both very humbled and incredibly privileged to be asked to introduce this year's valedictorians. Mr. Mathai's love of etymology would reveal that the valedictorian, a Latin-based word for the farewell address, is from the late 1700s. It is part of a cultural tradition with 2 possible meanings, often either used to identify the speech giver or a top student. Here, we use the word for both purposes. At ACSS, we ask the top student, the one who epitomizes excellence and achievement, to make the farewell address at graduation, to be the voice of the grad class. While the criteria of the valedictorian has shifted over the years, academic strength has always been a key measure, but it is not all that is required. This highest distinction goes not only to the smartest student, but the best student, the most noble among you. After their grades are calculated, candidates are also assessed for their connections to the district core values: integrity, excellence, courage, community. Some years, it is easy to narrow down the field. Others, like this year, it is a real challenge to differentiate between great candidates. Since Miss Leary and I already do everything together, we were thrilled to be asked to present together and to introduce collaborative valedictorians, 2 exceptional students that we have both had the fortune of teaching, Mai Trung and Jamin Cha.
For the first time in my career, I'm starting to believe that unicorns may exist. It is no secret that the last 12 months have been a challenge. We've all been asked to dig deeper, to persevere through illness and isolation, to adapt and then adapt again, to keep smiling even as the rewards were moved further and further away. In such a year where the obstacles seemed so magnified, we might expect the search for any student to meet the stringent criteria of valedictorian to simply be impossible. But in 2021, we discovered not 1, but 2 such students, unicorns. 2 students who shone brightly above the rest, 2 students whose achievements, impact, and intelligence was so remarkable, so inspirational, so extraordinary that we could not pick only one. A tie for this honor is excessively rare and very unexpected in a global pandemic. But both Mai Trung and Jamin Cha are the epitome of a valedictorian, and both deserve to receive this honor.
These 2 are wicked smart. So often you see students who have a single lane, an area where they excel. Often it is a clear expertise, arts, humanities, STEM, but not with these 2. I looked at their transcripts. They have taken and slayed all the science courses, all the top-level math courses. Between them, they've taken all the socials electives, both earning excellence and Thunderbird Awards. They have excelled in languages, arts, drama, photography, computers. They're both dedicated athletes, excelling and winning accolades in multiple sports. It is inspiring they have taken such a wide variety of courses. It is impressive how well they've succeeded at them all. Maybe as rare as unicorns, or at least a throwback to Renaissance academics. I was lucky enough to teach them both in economics and in genocide, where I observed, of these 2, in my classes was nothing short of extraordinary. Economics would have been epic if it were not for the mandatory online piece due to COVID. I can only imagine how the government game would have gone if we were in class. However, the discussions were inspiring, mainly due to Mai's preparation and understanding and Jamin's curiosity and nonstop questions. Both had the capacity to ask questions that led to deeper understanding and insightful connections. Both worked with their peers to strengthen the whole group's learning. To this day, I've kept Mai's presentation on Say's Law because it is so clear and concise, I can't top it. For the final project during the lockdown, Jamin chose to look at the economics of feudalism. There were easier topics, but he had so many great questions, it could have been submitted as a master's thesis. Even under the strain and challenges of online learning, neither of them took the foot off the gas. They kept pushing to learn all that I could put in front of them. In genocide studies, through curiosity, inquiry, discussion, collaboration, and insightful contributions, they continually elevated the class. Mai was the first perfect mark I have ever given. Every single assignment reflected her critical thought, deep connections, intuitive conclusions. Jamin's insatiable interest to learn spurred the class to read more, watch more, and learn more about everything. His quest for knowledge for the sake of knowledge is incredibly motivating.
And if you think they sound impressive by their academics, just wait. To be a valedictorian, you need more than high grades, academic awards, or athletic accolades. The valedictorian represents the very best of any grad class. We expect these students to strive to improve their community, to lead by example, to be, as Gandhi famously stated, be the change they want to see in the world. A tall order, I know, particularly in a pandemic, but small things like social isolation orders or community shutdowns could not stop these social advocates, Mai or Jamin, from changing the world. If you need a blood transfusion at any point this year, you will have Mai and the ACSS Blood Club to thank. Mai worked tirelessly to support healthcare workers through an extremely well-organized and remarkably successful blood drive campaign. She also managed the Socktober fundraiser in support of homelessness, ran food drives for the Aldergrove Food Bank, organized raffles to fund the community holiday hampers. Jamin, on the other hand, volunteered extensively in the ISP District Mentorship Program, welcoming and supporting new students to Canada through cultural and language instruction. Jamin is also the ISP representative on the current Student Council, organizing and participating all student activities and events. And I'm not done. Mai also developed pre-recorded and synchronous presentations to educate elementary school students on the dangers of vaping, and in her spare time, volunteered for the Big Sister program and a Vietnamese language program. Not to be outdone, Jamin combined his superior athletic organizational prowess to manage the ACSS soccer team when we were allowed to have one, and focused his passion for inclusiveness to develop diversity and respect week activities. Both Jamin and Mai eagerly devoted time and assistance to the school whenever they were asked, and both worked extensively as peer tutors in person and online, all without getting any extra hours of the day. What they have been able to accomplish in this community is truly astounding, and it still pales in comparison to the impact they made in the classroom every day. Jamin is quite possibly the most positive person I have ever met. His inquisitive nature and unending enthusiasm spurred a culture of curiosity and engagement. His optimism and infectious outlook truly transformed our school. Mai's influence at ACSS was just as profound. Her gentle leadership and truly insightful conversation increased the understanding, rigor, and work ethic of every room she entered. Her very presence heightened everyone's learning. Both Mai and Jamin have represented our school as true totem ambassadors and defined through their actions what a totem should be.
Bottom line, Mai and Jamin are simply exceptional human beings, whom we like very much. They are interesting, engaging, enjoyable, full of kindness, and easy to laugh. What I appreciate most about their respective intelligence is their willingness to share their ideas, their approach, and their process with others. Socially, they are inclusive and willing to learn with anyone to work through complex ideas as a team. They are both so open to taking risks, to making mistakes, to correcting them, that by example, they create a safer place for others to learn. They're excellent leaders and role models in the classroom. They're accessible and approachable as mentors and tutors for younger students and their peers. They are the type of children we hope our children will be. Okay, maybe they are twin unicorns.
Mai Chong and Jamin Cha are two of the most impressive people our school has ever known. They represent the very best of ACSS, and I am sure they will both continue to inspire us in ways that are unexpected and world-changing in years to come. We are so proud to have been their teachers during their time at ACSS and are truly honored to introduce them both tonight. Please welcome our 2021 valedictorians, Mai Chong and Jamin Cha.
I think we all imagined our graduation ceremony would be fun, full blast with hugging and celebrating, but today it's just us. So thank you for sitting here, and if you're watching this from the graduation video, grab a snack and pause if you need to, but not for too long, because as Gordon Ramsay said,
You're an idiot sandwich?
no, Jamin. Put your head down and work hard. Never wait for things to happen. Make them happen for yourself through hard graft and never giving up. Okay, ready?
Hello, grads of 2021. Today is a memorable day. We have survived all the highs and lows of high school, and now we're wrapping up this chapter of our lives. Congratulations. We are graduating in an extremely unique period of time, and we all know that this is not what we hoped for at the beginning of the year. We've had to adapt to this new environment that no one wanted. We struggled with the quarter system, trapped at home, missing out on precious moments, to the point that many of them were unrecognizable without a mask. In the face of these challenges, instead of falling apart, we have come together. When we reflect on our arrival here 4 years ago, some of us were afraid and some of us were excited to step into this new world called ACSS. As many international students feel when they first arrive, I was nervous about these new surroundings and the idea of experiencing a new culture. But many of you welcomed us and helped us settle into this new place we now call home. I am sure that international students are not the only group who feels the warmth of this embracing community. This community has inspired each of us to tell our own stories, to find our own voices. And for this, we thank you.
And that's the thing about ACSS and each graduate here. While every student came from a different culture, a different home, this community that we've established here at ACSS allows each of us to fearlessly tell our own stories. We've gone through so many social issues together like climate change, COVID, the movements for racial and identity-based inclusion, but we didn't let any of these struggles define our lives and our stories. You may have started off your story in a big family or on your own, inspired yourself through music, and dealt with things alone, or stayed out late with friends so you didn't have to go home. Each detail you write in your story makes up who you are, where you're going, and who you will become. When you combine all these details and experiences, it leads to your voice, the dialogue of your story, and your identity. The people you surround yourself with and the choices you make each play a part in the story of your life. And to everyone here, you've contributed to my story. I know myself and all the graduates here will continue to show that our stories mean something. So how do you go about writing these chapters anyways? Mr. Mathai and Ms. Ross drilled this into our heads about everything we've ever written. Make sure you pee regularly.
She's right, guys. You literally need to pee or you will die after 30 days. I'm not joking. I'm serious.
I'm talking about points, evidence, explain.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
If there's an accomplishment or goal in your life that you want to put in your story, make it a point. Find your purpose. Then discover the self-belief you need to push yourself to do more, gradually gathering the evidence that you can achieve your purpose. And finally, there are the people around you that support you, that explain and convince you that you are worth it and that you can do it. This is how you've contributed to my story. You are the reason why I'm here today. And I'm lucky to be surrounded by you graduates who continue to motivate me to work harder, to find my voice, and to write my story. I no longer doubt my capabilities like I once did in grade 9, and I see that same growth in all of you. I hope each graduate that crosses the stage today crosses without hesitation and crosses, realizing they are unique, valuable, and talented. As Ariana Grande once said,
I can see your halo, halo, halo.
Jamin, that's not even the right person. Anyways, I was going to say that Ariana Grande once said, don't ever doubt yourself or waste a second of your life. It's too short and you're too special.
But why are we so sensitive when others judge our dreams and purpose? And why do we allow strangers to define our dreams as worthless? Our stories and dreams are not defined by a Google search. Meaningful stories do not have to be overly dramatic or marked by overwhelming success. They're simply meant to be ours. In our stories, we're the authors and protagonists. We set our course and write our chapters. If only we worried less about the outside noise, and if only we worried less about the outside noise and surrender less to self-doubt, we would realize our true purpose and what gives us joy. And as a graduating class, the diversity of our stories and our voices is our strength. As you support each other down our individual path, remember to stay true to your purpose. This chapter at ACSS might have been full of unexpected experiences and uninvited challenges, but we are still here, and tomorrow is the beginning of a new chapter.
Today might be the last time we will see each other, but we have places to go and legacies to leave. And even though we won't be together physically, it doesn't mean it's the end. So long as we continue to write our stories and follow our dreams, the spirit of our class lives on. We are proud to be this year's valedictorians as we mark today's important milestone. Together, we represent the unity of this community that we built.
We would like to thank all the dignified guests, amazing staff, and proud parents that are here to support the wonderful graduates of 2021. Before we say goodbye, we would like to ask you, how will you write your story? Congratulations and good luck, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Leary and Mrs. Ross. Congratulations to our co-valedictorians. At this time, I invite Mr. Palachuk back to the podium, along with Jamin and Mai's families for a special presentation on behalf of Golden Tree Jewelers. Both Jamin and Mai will each be presented with a beautiful watch, a commemorative plaque, and a bouquet of flowers. Every year, Golden Tree Jewelers donates a gift to our valedictorian, this year valedictorians, and we are extremely grateful for their ongoing support. We will now begin the part of the ceremony that we are all waiting for, to watch our grads cross the stage. Our very own ACSS teachers, Ms. Tamara Brenny, Mr. Ron Mathai, Mr. Brendan Perry, and Mrs. Kara Richardson, will call each grad to the stage and read aloud their grad comment. As each grad crosses the stage, they will be congratulated by the ACSS administration. They will then pause at the corner of the stage, where they will move their tassel from right to left to signify their successful completion of high school. And finally, they will pick up their certificate and will remain on stage for a photograph. You may notice that some of the grads are wearing a colored cord as part of their grad gown attire. Each color represents a different award. A gold cord represents the Thunderbird Award. This award recognizes a student who has been nominated by staff as an inspiration to others and who also took a personal interest in one or more fields of study. A red cord represents the Excellence in a Subject Area Award. This award recognizes a student who has been nominated by staff for each of the grade 12 subject areas. A blue cord represents the totem list. This list recognizes the sustained effort of a student throughout their grade 12 year. In order to receive this cord, students are nominated by ACSS staff. A green cord indicates a youth train and trades graduate. And finally, some students will have a Tar Heel blue stole. This stole represents students who have graduated from the AVID program. As the grads cross the stage, you will hear about a multitude of scholarships and bursaries earned by some of our graduates. Post-secondary institutions, community members, local businesses, ACSS alumni, as well as ACS families have contributed financially to support our graduating students. As a result of this generosity, many ACSS grads have received provincial, national, and even international scholarships totaling over $65,000. And there are more scholarships being announced and awarded every day. We would like to recognize the guidance and encouragement of Mrs. Lutain, Mrs. Smith, and members of the ACSS Scholarship Committee. These financial opportunities would not be possible without the support of our ACS staff and for the incredible generosity from our financial institutions, local businesses, and community members. At this time, I ask Mr. Palachuk, Mr. Kilvert to join me on stage for the celebration of the ACSS graduating class of 2021.
Ayman Abbasi. Ayman is happy to finally be crossing the stage. He would like to thank his mom for all her support, and he wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Tanisha Agarwal. These past 4 years taught Tanisha how to find herself, grow confident with not being a perfectionist, thanks to Ms. Ross for that one, and to enjoy the moment without stressing about the future. Tanisha found a safe spot in Mr. Wudan's leadership class and was able to enjoy precious moments with her friends in different corners of the school, from goofing off in the library, thanks Ms. Keynes, to feeling secure in the Grand Hall. Tanisha would like to thank her AVID classes for giving her a family away from home. Every single teacher who has taught her a course and those who have always embraced her from afar. Tanisha thanks for leaving a valuable mark. A special thank you to Ms. Ross, Ms. Lutain, Ms. Silsner, and Mr. Mathai for always supporting her and letting her be vulnerable without any judgment. Lastly, she would like to thank her mom, dad, and little sister for always pushing her to be the best that she could be. Without their determination for a prosperous future, Tanisha would perhaps not have succeeded the way she has today, allowing her to attend the University of Toronto in the fall. Tanisha is a recipient of the District Authority Award for the Langley School District and the NA Sherritt Memorial Scholarship and the She Wan Foundation Scholarship. Congratulations, Tanisha.
Jolena Ariel. Jolena would like to thank Ms. Courtney for facilitating and creating a safe space for members of the LGBTQ+ community, as well as allowing her to lead the GSA. She also wants to thank both Ms. Leary and Ms. Brenny for supporting her throughout high school and encouraging her to continue with the efforts to clean and maintain the local Bertrand Creek. Most importantly, Jolena would like to thank her family and friends who supported her interests, passions, and goals. Jolena was a finalist for the Langley Sassy Award, attended Adventures in Citizenship program, and has been invited to speak about student diversity and well-being at the Principal and Vice Principals Association. After graduation, Jolena plans to attend BCIT to pursue a degree in ecological restoration and a bachelor's degree in forensics analysis. Jolena is the recipient of the District Authority Award from the Langley School District and was a finalist in this year's Sassy Award for the environmental category. Congratulations, Jolena.
Paige Arnold. Paige would like to thank everyone in her grade for simply being who they are. She thanks you for being her classmate these past few years and thanks all of you for the support. Thank you to her teachers for understanding her and getting through each class. She apologizes for never doing a presentation in front of the class throughout high school. Special thanks to Mr. Jones for the spider incident in grade 11, to her best friend Courtney for being her childhood sister, to Jessie for being her lifelong best friend, and to Haley, Jackie, and Emily for sticking with her through COVID, to Justin for being her best friend for literally ever, and most importantly to Mom and Dad for raising her to be a good kid. A special thanks to her grandparents for letting her and her sister watch Scooby-Doo every afternoon. Paige appreciates everyone who played an important role in her life and hopes all the grads have an amazing life in the future.
Avery Baker. Avery has enjoyed his time at ACSS. He's thankful for all the memories he's made along the way. He wants to thank his family for their support and his teachers for their patience. He wishes everyone luck in their futures.
Connor Bartnick. Connor would like to thank his family and friends for all their support over the years. He'd like to thank his teachers for their patience, and he hopes that everyone has a great life after graduation.
Seth Belsham. Seth has grown a lot during his time at ACSS and has enjoyed his time here. He was fortunate enough to participate in the Walnut Grove Chef Training Program, and while spending time as a Gator, he grew to appreciate ACSS, and he would like everyone to know that totems are way better than Gators. Congratulations, everyone, on your achievements.
Austin Bennett. Austin wishes everyone the best of luck in the future. He would especially like to thank Mr. Jones for all his support.
Rebecca Bercia. Rebecca would like to thank her family and friends for the endless love and support. She is looking forward to starting the psychiatric nursing program at Steinberg College in September. Lastly, Rebecca would like to wish her fellow grads much success in the future.
Garrett Bosner. Garrett would like to thank his family and friends for all their support. He hopes everyone has a great life after graduation.
Bailey Bosch. Bailey would like to thank her parents for being her personal cheerleaders for the past 4 years and teaching her strength and resilience. She couldn't have become the boss Bosch she is today without their support. She would like to thank Mr. McLaughlin for being one of the most caring and supportive teachers she's ever had. He has encouraged her to fearlessly express herself and her creativity, and she knows she couldn't have survived high school without the joy of attending theater each year. Bailey enjoyed developing her skill in drama and scaring teachers with her set of lungs in what's become known as the Bailey Growl. After high school, Bailey plans to attend post-secondary and take courses in directing and screenwriting.
Jeremy Bourne. Jeremy would like to thank his mom and dad for the support they have given him throughout high school. He is proud to be graduating with all of his friends and peers. He wishes the grads of 2021 the best of luck in the future.
Sierra Brown. Sierra would like to thank all her teachers throughout high school for assisting with the growth she has experienced. Specifically, Sierra would like to thank Ms. Uzdebski and Mr. Perry for being there through her early years, and Ms. Mulaner and Mr. Greenland for being there and helping her reach this point in her life. She would also like to thank Mr. Pichet for always being there. Sierra is the recipient of the District Authority Award through the Langley School District. Congratulations, Sierra.
Brandon Brucker. Brandon is finally being released from his 12-year sentence to education. Though at times it was not easy, he made it through in one piece. He'd like to thank everyone who helped him get here.
Damien Brummett. Damien would like to thank everyone for the support he's received over the years. He hopes the grads have a great life after graduation and continue to keep in touch.
I'll direct the students so you don't have to. It's okay. Ruben Castro. Ruben would like to thank his mom for the sacrifices she's made, and to her, he says, Te amo.
Jamin Cha. Jamin has countless special memories in his 3.5 years of studying in Canada. He would like to thank all his teachers, especially Ms. Schmidt, Mrs. Oswald, Ms. Brenny, and Ms. Ross for leading him to the next steps. Most importantly, he wants to thank his parents for making him the person he is right now. Although he came to Canada alone, he leaves with so many unforgettable friends by his side. Jamin wants to thank all of them, especially Kurt, for becoming his new family. To all the grads, Jamin hopes they always stay happy, love themselves, and enjoy life. Jamin is this year's recipient of the Governor General Academic Medal Award, the highest honor awarded to high school students in Canada. He is also ACSS 2021 valedictorian. Congratulations, Jamin.
Clara Chan. Clara would like to thank the teachers that led and taught her so she could graduate successfully. She is fortunate that her parents never gave up on her when she was at her worst and always gave her lots of love and support. She is thankful for her homestay family for taking such good care of her. The past 4 years at ACSS are full of fond memories for her, and she will keep everyone she's met close in her heart.
Harvey Chow. Harvey is thankful for the time he spent at ACSS. He sends thanks to all his teachers for helping him along his journey. He wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Jackson Chen. Jackson has a lot of unforgettable memories at ACSS, especially the time he spent with his friends. He is so thankful that his parents let him have the opportunity to come to Canada. He wants to thank his friends, teachers, and his homestay family for their company and for giving him the courage to live in a foreign country. He will never forget the experience at ACSS.
Liam Chen. Liam has enjoyed his time at ACSS. He would like to thank his parents and homestay family for taking such good care of him. Liam would also like to thank Mr. Mathai, Mr. Glosser, Mr. Fung, Mr. Dahl, Miss Brenny, and Mrs. Oswald for always giving him a lot of academic support. Liam is very grateful to Miss Jan for all her help when he volunteered in the cafeteria. He has met many students from all around the world and participated in many volunteer and community activities with them. In September, Liam is looking forward to attending the University of Alberta. He hopes that he can continue to keep the same excellent work as he did in high school. Best of luck and good wishes to the 2021 grads.
Tyler Chorney. Tyler would firstly like to thank his family and friends for supporting him throughout his schooling. He would like to thank Mr. Jones for supporting him through his auto class. Tyler was accepted into the trades program and is currently working on his practicum hours to further his career in becoming an automotive mechanic. Although Tyler only started attending ACSS in September of 2020, he has cherished every moment spent here and has made many new friendships as well as met new people through ACSS. Tyler is a Brookswood student, but is very thankful that he had the opportunity to be part of such a supportive community. He wishes everyone the best of luck for the future.
Jacob Kloss. Jacob would like to thank Mr. Mallow, the former vice principal at ACSS, and the Learning Assistance Room, mainly Miss Mulaner and Mr. Greenland, for being the main factors in passing his classes. He would also like to give a big shout out to Mr. Jones and the Youth Train and Trades program for being a big part of his high school life and his future career.
Kate Clover. Kate would like to thank her amazing friends and family for constantly supporting her. She would also like to give a special thanks to Mr. Mathai and Miss Ross for guiding her over the past few years. Kate is planning on attending the University of Victoria in the fall to obtain a Bachelor of Science and major in chemistry. Kate is the recipient of the Aldergrove Credit Union Scholarship. Congratulations, Kate.
Jackie Cornwall. Jackie would like to thank her parents for all the support they've given her through her high school career. She'd also like to thank her friends and the great times they gave her. She wishes the grads of 2021 the best of luck in the future.
Lucas De Silva. Lucas would like to thank Mr. Greenland and Mr. Wilkie for all their support.
Harshan Diol. Sean would like to thank his family and friends, as well as his teachers, for helping him throughout his academic journey over the last 4 years. He looks forward to moving to Ireland to attend the Royal College of Surgeons and could not be more excited for his future endeavors. Sean is the recipient of the Aldergrove Minor Hockey League Tyson DeGianni Memorial and G.H. MacDonald Memorial Scholarships. Congratulations, Sean.
Fateh Dhaliwal. Fateh would like to thank his family for all their support over the years. He'd like to give a special thanks to his friends Satvir, Ruben, and Sean for always encouraging him to attend his classes, even when he didn't want to.
Gunpreet Dhaliwal. Gunpreet would like to congratulate all the grads for completing this year. This year has been difficult for all of us, but we've made it. She enjoyed her time at ACSS and will always remember the time she spent with her friends and teachers in her classes. She'd especially like to thank Mr. Dahl for giving her help with AP after school, and Mr. Fung for always encouraging her. Gunpreet will be attending the University of the Fraser Valley, where she will obtain a Bachelor's of Science degree to pursue a career in the medical field. She would like to especially thank her parents who have supported, encouraged, and stood by her side in every situation. From the bottom of her heart, Gunpreet would like to wish everyone best of luck in the future.
Simran Dhaliwal. Simran would like to thank everyone at the school for the best 4 years of her life. She would love to thank her mom and family for always supporting her no matter what. Simran would like to thank all of her teachers and counselors for their endless support throughout the years to make it to this day. Lastly, she would like to thank her friends, and she can't wait to see what the future brings for them. Simran is the recipient of the District Authority Award through the Langley School District. Congratulations, Simran.
Sukhpreet Dillon. Sukh would like to thank her parents, older sisters, and grandparents for consistently showing her support and allowing her to choose her own path with only love and affection by her side. She would like to thank her friends with whom she's formed unforgettable relationships throughout high school. Lastly, Sukh would like to thank all of her teachers for pushing her to be the best she can be and encouraging her to discover her own passions. Sukh will be attending UFE in the fall in hopes of majoring in chemistry thanks to her founded love for the subject through Mr. Dhaliwal's class. Sukh is the recipient of an ACSS PAC scholarship. Congratulations, Sukh.
Swift Din. Swift would like to thank his mom, dad, aunt, Jesse, all the friends he's made at ACSS, especially Paul Vu. He would like to thank all the teachers and family for keeping him on track. To his friends, he reminds you that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. The quest doesn't end here.
Cloudy Vuong. Cloudy has a great deal of lovely memories at ACSS with her friends. She would like to thank the teachers who taught her and helped her through high school, particularly Mrs. Courtney and Mr. McLean, who painted the sweetest, most fantastic experience in their courses. She also wants to thank Miss Brenny for being a great supporter in ISP. Cloudy felt so glad when she had time to work in the cafeteria because it gave her a chance to make friends with Miss Jan and Miss Cheryl and other friendly custodians. She is very appreciative and grateful for their silent dedication. Cloudy hopes everyone in school will get more glorious success in their careers and life.
Duet Dermaz. Didi had a memorable high school experience. She had a great time with her friends and with her host family. Didi is so thankful that her family gave her this opportunity to come to Canada. She would also like to say thanks to Miss Mulaner, Miss Brenny, and her host family for all their support and help. Finally, big thanks to the boys and Luna Kim.
Julia Fleming. Julia would like to thank all of the people who helped get her here today. She would specifically like to thank her parents for always supporting her goals and for continuously pushing her to do her best. Julia would like to give a big thank you to Miss Cohen for letting her be creative and helping her grow her passion for photography. She'd also like to give Mr. Perry a big shout out for helping her grow her love for law and for teaching her to be on time and letting her bribe him with coffee for her lateness occasionally. Lastly, she would like to thank Mr. Kilver, even though he was only here for a very short time. His continuous support and advice from grade 8 until now is something she will take with her for years to come. Julia is the recipient of a District Authority Award with the Langley School District and Short Reed Elementary PAC Scholarship and the Royal Canadian Legion Aldergrove Scholarship. Congratulations, Julia.
Madden Foster. Madden would like to thank her parents for their endless support and countless hours of driving to school and activities, and always pushing her to strive for greatness throughout the years. She is grateful for their encouragement, to follow her goals and passions in life no matter where they may take her. Madden would like to thank all her teachers for encouraging her to go beyond her comfort zone, academically and socially. A special thanks to Ms. Lutain for all her help and support, and to Mr. Silzer for always taking time each year to fix every single course on her schedule. Madden received acceptance into 4 universities, and after many weeks of procrastination and a 9-hour road trip, she accepted an entrance scholarship to UVic to study psychology. Nothing personal, EBCO. The weather was a deciding factor. She wishes all of her classmates all the best moving forward as they begin the next chapter of their lives. Madden is the recipient of the ACSS Ascend Scholarship, the Parkside Elementary PAC Scholarship, and a UVic Entrance Scholarship. Congrats, Madden! Irena Funto. Irena has many unforgettable memories at ACSS. She will always remember the time she had in Canada. She had an amazing time with her friends. She would like to thank her homestay family and friends for being supportive and kind to her. She is grateful to have her family by her side. She would also like to thank her teachers, Miss Oswald, Miss Brenny, and Miss Leary, as well as Marina, for being a fantastic friend. This September, Irena will continue her last year of high school in Italy and reminds future grads to always live every day to the fullest.
Cody Gavin. Cody would like to thank all his teachers who helped him get to this point in his life. He would also like to thank his parents and friends for their support. He wishes all the grads best of luck in the future and reminds you all that, yeah, monkeys are pretty cool.
Dylan Gamakis. Dylan would like to thank all his teachers from Short Reed through grade 11 at ACSS for helping him pursue and achieve his goals of becoming a chef and having a fun time while doing it. Dylan would like to thank Miss Brenny and Miss Ross for encouraging him and helping him when he needed it the most. Lastly, Dylan would like to thank all the friends he has made along the way, creating fond memories and having amazing times both in and out of school.
Sharabelle Gianenga. Sharabelle will be attending Trinity Western University in the fall to obtain her Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. She would like to thank her friends and family for all the love and support they've given her. Sharabelle is also grateful to her teachers and coaches for pushing her towards becoming a better student and athlete. Her most memorable moments at ACSS include playing for the volleyball and basketball teams and competing with the track teams. Sharabelle is the recipient of the Brenda Schlosser Sports Participation Scholarship and a TWU Entrance Scholarship. Congratulations, Sharabelle.
Luca Giacomazzi. Luca would like to thank his family and close friends for helping him through high school. He would also like to thank Mr. Jones for teaching him over the past 2 years. Lastly, Luca will miss everyone who took part in the auto program this year and wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Dilraj Gill. Dilraj came to ACSS halfway through his grade 12 year, and he's enjoyed the short time he's had here. He'd like to thank his family and friends for all their support over the years. He hopes everyone has a great life after graduation.
Trevor Gillespie. Trevor is thankful for all the help he got from Mr. Greenland and Miss Mulaner to graduate. He'd also like to thank the friends he's made throughout his high school career who helped him get to where he is now. So cute. His grandma's like blowing him kisses. It's so cute.
Alan Gillis. Alan would like to thank all his fellow classmates as well as teachers for making his final years of high school as great as they could be. He would also like to thank Mr. Spring and Mr. Renault for always ensuring the hockey program was up and running so he could always do what he loved, even during school hours. Alan has decided to take a year off before going to university so he can save up and focus on his hockey career. He hopes to play at the junior level next season and is striving to go to university for hockey the following year. He wishes the grads all the best of luck in the future.
Brody Greer. Brody would like to thank everyone who supported him and got him to this point in his life. He has some great memories of his 4 years at ACSS and would like to leave you with this quote. School is like riding a bicycle, except the ground is on fire, the bike is on fire, and you are also on fire. He's glad that his ride is over and he wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Gabrielle Gregory. Gabrielle would like to thank Mr. Linden for their morning talks and all the times he told her she was late for class. She would also like to thank her mom and dad for being a great support system throughout the years. As 50 Cent says, I'll see you in the club.
Andre Lucas Fernandez Guilherme. Andre moved from Brazil to Canada in October 2018 and came to ACSS to study. His English was terrible, but he received lots of support from everyone and he's proud of how far his English has come. Today, Andre is proud of his accomplishments. He will not forget those who walked beside him on this journey. He owes you his gratitude.
DeLorean Hammer. DeLorean would like to thank her friends, family, and resource team for helping her get to where she is today. Of all the classes she took at ACSS, her favorite was auto class with Mr. Jones. DeLorean looks forward to living in Chilliwack and taking some time to figure out her next steps. She wishes all the grads best of luck in the future.
Derek Harry Watkins. Derek spent 4 full years at ACSS. He's really thankful for the respectful school community at ACSS. Everyone was so welcoming. High school was a very interesting and fun ride. He enjoyed a lot of his classes and in the future hopes to become a chef. He wishes all the grads the best of luck in the future.
Hunter Heinrichs. Hunter would like to thank all the staff, especially the counseling and art department, for helping him get through school. He would also like to thank his parents for keeping him focused and giving him determination and drive. After high school, Hunter will be attending the University of the Fraser Valley in the Bachelor of Arts program and hopes to one day get his PhD. He wishes the grads best of luck in their futures. Hunter is the recipient of a District Authority Award. Congratulations, Hunter.
Elle Huang. Elle would like to thank her family for supporting her through high school. She would also like to thank Ms. Schmidt, Ms. Oswald, Ms. Keynes, Ms. Choi, and Ms. Brenny for their help over the years and for keeping her focused. She wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Tanner Hollins. Tanner would like to thank his parents for everything they have done for him and helping him get through school. He would also like to thank his brothers, teachers, and his classmates. Miss Richardson, this is for you. Thanks for putting up with me all these years and still finding time to help me pass all those English classes. You taught me a very important lesson. If you don't know the answer, BS it. That's a quote I'll always remember.
Clotha 2. Clotha, thanks all those who have supported him in his journey and hopes life treats them just as well as they have treated him. He wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Brendan Huynh. Thanks for letting me enjoy my last few moments before adulthood. To my teachers and the folks in Resource, I thank you. And to my friends, continue with my anime gig for Halloween.
Nelson Huynh. Over the years, Nelson struggled to connect with others until high school, where he was able to find connections with those with similar interests. It was thanks to them that he was able to put his heart into academics. Nelson would like to thank Mr. Spring, Miss Mejia, Miss Beamster, Miss Sutton, and Mr. Silzer for helping him to open up his academics and grow as a person. Nelson is grateful for his family and especially his twin, who has been there through every hardship in his life. He wishes the grads the best of luck.
Jordan Huynh. Jordan would like to thank his family and the staff and students at ACSS for giving him the support and opportunities for his future. He hopes the grads have a great future.
Wesley Huynh. Wesley would like to thank his friends for coming along with his shenanigans and his family for dealing with said shenanigans. He would like to especially thank Miss Ross and Mr. Mathai for accommodating his chronic senioritis and changing him for the better throughout the past 4 years. Wesley is the recipient of the Goostra Foundational Scholarship. Congratulations, Wesley. Woo-hoo!
May Imamura. May had many unforgettable memories at ACSS, especially the time she spent with her friends. She would like to thank her family, her homestay family, teachers, and friends for their kindness and generosity in helping her through high school. She participated in the badminton club and got first place at the tournament this past April. After high school, May will be attending Douglas College to study English and plans to go on to university to be an English teacher at an elementary school in Japan.
Did not know that. Good for her. Reina Iwaki. Reina had a memorable experience at ACSS, especially the time spent with her friends. Her time spent at ACSS has been the best time she's ever had. She belonged to the badminton club and enjoyed playing on the team with her friends. She would like to thank her homestay family, teachers, and friends for helping her with everything through high school. After graduation, Reina plans to continue university in Japan to study economics. I did not know that. Good for her.
Alexis Jones. Alexis would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her throughout her schooling journey. She would also like to especially thank her mom for encouraging her to do her best that she can and letting her occasionally miss class to get ice cream with her friends. After graduation, Alexis will be studying at the University of Victoria in the fall, where she will be getting a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology. Alexis is the recipient of the Rotary Club of Aldergrove Scholarship and the Parkside Elementary PAC Scholarship. Congratulations, Alexis.
Xander Jones. Xander would like to thank his family for everything they've done for him and his friends for all the laughs. He'd like to thank his teachers for their patience and for helping him understand everything. He wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Koyuki Kashimura. Koyuki would like to thank her family, her host families, her teachers, and friends who have shaped her journey at ACSS and made the past 2 years the most memorable ones yet. She would especially like to thank Miss Brenny and Mrs. Oswald, who helped and supported her a lot. She enjoyed participating in the Totem Ambassador Program, rec leadership, volunteer activities, and sports clubs to contribute to the school community. Her most memorable moment was when she sank a free throw in the basketball game to the excited shouts from the crowd. This September, Koyuki will continue to a university in Japan to complete a degree in business management and eventually create a sustainable cosmetics. Finally, she would like to thank her family for respecting her passion and supporting her in pursuing her education in Canada.
Keigo Kato. Keigo had many unforgettable memories at ACSS, especially the time spent with his friends. He would like to thank his family, homestay family, teachers, and friends for their kindness and generosity in helping him through high school. He also wants to appreciate Miss Brenny, Miss Oswald, and Miss Choi, who helped him and supported him a lot. Next year, Keigo will go to the University of Japan to acquire more expert knowledge. To any future grads, Keigo reminds them to spend each day to the fullest and enjoy their years here.
Ryan Kashakis. Ryan plans on attending BCIT to become a rad tech and looks forward to working daily to help people. He can't wait to travel to Japan and Africa and do some exploring. He thanks his parents, family, and friends for all their support.
Minsu Kim. Minsu would like to thank his family and friends for all the support over the years. He wants to thank Miss Brenny, Miss Oswald, and all his other teachers for their patience and wisdom.
Alexis Kimmel. Alexis would like to thank ACSS for teaching her friendship, understanding, community, kindness, youth, optimism, and unity. She would also like to thank Megan, Sarah, Mr. Timmis, Mrs. Hadley, and Mr. Peters for being the biggest advocates one could ask for. She could not have made it to this point without you. Alexis would also like to thank her parents for giving her unconditional love and patience even when she messed up and probably didn't deserve it. She would also like to thank Brandy and her family for accepting her as one of their own and creating some of the best memories she has.
Stella Kitamura. Stella has been attending ACSS for 2.5 years as an international student. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers who supported her. She plans to go back to Japan for university, but she will keep studying English. She would like everyone to know how awesome her school life was and how it impacted her dreams. She hopes that everyone's future will be bright and that all their dreams come true.
Krishnil Kumar. Krish would like to thank everyone that has helped him in getting through high school. In 10 years, he wants to be able to look back and see all the fond memories he's had here. Everyone that's been a part of his life throughout these 4 years lives rent-free in his head. Krish would especially like to thank his parents for all the independence they have given him. Krish is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District.
Henry Kwan. Henry would like to thank his family for the opportunities they've given him. He'd also like to thank Miss Brenny and Miss Oswald and his other teachers for their patience.
Nam Lai. Nam is so grateful for his teacher's support while he was struggling in high school. He wants to thank Miss Brenny for her most conscientious help, Mr. Glosser for saving him from depression, and Mr. Dollywall for making chemistry class funny and interesting. Also, Nam wants to thank his mother and close friends for being on his side when he feels overwhelmingly hurt. They light up his dark atmosphere. He feels loved with special care from his mother, teachers, and friends. Jessie Landry. Jessie would like to gratefully thank the counselors who have supported her through the years and the teachers who gave her understanding through her tough times. Jessie would also like to thank her mother for the endless support and love she's given since day one.
Hosun Lee. Hosun has been in Canada since last year, which was during the pandemic, but he was still able to meet new wonderful teachers and friends and make unforgettable memories. Hosun is so thankful for all these people that he met this year, especially his homestay family. They have been consistently supporting him throughout the year. In September of this year, Hosun is expected to attend the University of Toronto. He will continue his studying in Toronto to acquire more expert knowledge.
Victoria Leung. Victoria appreciates the time she has spent over the last 4 years at ACSS and is very sad to say goodbye, but cannot wait to start her future life. She is glad to be graduating with her best friends and wants to thank her friends as well as her family for all the love and support she's received through the years. She cannot wait to make ACSS proud and will always come back to see where she's come from. Thank you to all of those who have guided her.
Zoe Liu. Zoe has a lot of fond memories during the past 2 years at ACSS and is truly appreciative of her teachers and staff from the school who have helped her out with their patience and wisdom. Zoe is also grateful to her parents and friends for their unconditional love and support. Their encouragements always gave her energy and motivation to believe in herself. Thank you all again for getting through the difficulties with her. Zoe will never forget about the time spent at ACSS. It was such a meaningful journey to her, and she will cherish these good memories forever.
Ashley Lucio. Ashley would like to thank her family for their support. She would especially like to thank her twin sister, Mackenzie, for always being there through everything. She wishes everyone the best of luck after graduation.
Mackenzie Lucio. Mackenzie would like to thank her family for their support, and especially her twin sister for always being there. She hopes everyone has a great life after graduation.
Cindy Lai. Cindy would like to thank herself for all the self-learning she had to do on her own to pass her classes. Through all her mental breakdowns, she finally made it through high school. She would like to also thank her group of friends who also had mental breakdowns. They are a bunch of crazy people. She learned to never give up, even when things get rough.
Cindy Ma. Cindy would like to thank her friends and family for supporting her through her 4 years of high school. Cindy would also like to thank Miss Lutain for assisting her with all of her volunteer work, Miss Courtney for encouraging her to express her creativity in art class, Mr. G for letting her peer mentor in his class, and Mrs. Ross for reminding her to write her stage crossing write-up. Cindy wishes the grads of 2021 the best in their future. Good luck to all. Cindy is the recipient of the Township of Langley Bursary. Congratulations, Cindy.
Emily McKenzie. As she crossed the stage, Emily wanted to play the beginning of Only Angel by Harry Styles, but she couldn't do that. So instead, she would like to thank Miss Sommier, Miss Richardson, Miss Wilson, Mr. G, Mr. Jones, Miss Cowan, and all the other teachers she had for passing her, and for being cool teachers. She would also like to thank Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Lewis Tomlinson, Liam Payne, Zayn Malik, her mom, and her stepdad. Emily would also like to share a quote Harry Styles said that she thinks you guys need to hear. If you are black, if you are white, if you are gay, if you are straight, if you are transgender, whoever you are, whoever you want to be, I support you. Emily is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District. Congratulations, Emily.
Dawson Mallon. Dawson would like to thank Mrs. Richardson and Miss Urban and all the amazing people who helped him get out of here. As much as he wanted to leave, he will miss seeing all of his friends.
Haley Marshall. Haley would like to thank her family for always being there for her and supporting her. She would also like to thank her friends for always making her happy and sticking by her.
Olivia Matsusaki. Olivia would like to thank her family, friends, homestay family, and teachers for always supporting and encouraging her through her 2 years of high school at ACSS. She has had wonderful memories. She is looking forward to continuing to expand her knowledge at university in Japan next year.
Kurt McCormack. Kurt had a blast in high school. He would like to thank all his teachers and unforgettable friends he has met for all the amazing memories and guidance. Kurt would also like to give a special thanks to Mr. Fung, the whole PE department, and Mr. Glauser, as well as his family, including Jamin, for their amazing support. Finally, a big thanks to the basketball boys for keeping him active and happy. Kurt will attend UBCO for engineering in September and wants to remind all current and future grads to keep their heads up, work hard, and enjoy life to the fullest. Kurt is the recipient of the Philip Jackman Memorial Scholarship. Congrats, Kurt.
Zach Medinsky. Zach's passion was and is racing. When the green flag drops, Zach is on his own trying to get to the front of the pack. With school, it was a different story. Zach had all of his friends and family standing behind him, encouraging him when he couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. For that, he is grateful. For all that believed in him, Zach will take your encouragement with him on the next part of his journey.
Josh Meter. Josh would like to thank his family and friends for helping him through his school journey. He wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Matthew Menzel. Matthew would like to thank his parents, Lonnie and Colin. He is excited to be following his passion of becoming a mechanic at Kwantlen Polytechnic University.
Jesse Mercer. Time really flies. It feels like yesterday that we were in grade 6. Now we're here on the grad stage. Jesse wants to say a big thank you to the people who helped him get there through it this year and helped him get to where he is today. To Dylan, McKenna, Shailene, Steph, Quentin, Gordon, Sammy, and Garrett, all of you have helped Jesse get through the year. Jesse would like to thank his family for being with him along the way, his stepmom for supporting his lacrosse career, his mom for being by his side even though she lived 2 hours away, and his dad who raised him to be a hardworking and dedicated person. Jesse would also like to thank his teachers who helped him through the school day. For everyone hearing this, Jesse would like to remind you to shoot for the stars and work hard. You can do anything in this world.
Brenna Messier. Brenna would like to thank Mr. Jones for teaching her some very valuable lessons and making her a better mechanic than her father. She would like to thank her dad for trying his absolute best to help her with pre-calculus homework, but with very little success. She'd like to thank her mom for constantly being a shoulder of support and encouragement. She'd also like to thank her sister for being an absolute joy throughout her time at ACSS, and she would like to thank her grandparents, who despite not being close by, remained a positive light and influence on her school journey. Brenda would like to thank her friends for being there for her through thick and thin. They mean the world to her, and she doesn't know where she'd be without them. Finally, she would like to wish the graduating class of 2021 the best of luck in their future endeavors, and to remind them to never forget the wonderful memories and experiences that were created here. Austin Moser. Austin would like to thank his mom and dad for always being supportive and encouraging when he needed them the most. He would also like to thank the boys and his amazing girlfriend Morgan for creating the best and most entertaining last 4 years anyone could ask for. Austin wishes the grads of 2021 the best of luck in their futures ahead. Austin is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District. Congratulations, Austin.
Haley Nadeau. Haley would like to thank her friends and family for supporting her throughout the last 4 years. She thanks her mom, grandma, and Marie for their unconditional guidance, as she couldn't have asked for a better support system. To her best friend Tanisha, she would like to thank you for your unwavering support and friendship throughout both middle and high school. She can't wait for a lifetime of friendship. Haley would like to give a special thanks to Mrs. Ross, who has not only taught her so much, but has been an amazing role model and mentor for her over the years. Haley will miss her time in Avid the most. She learned so much from her classmates and wishes them all success in the future. Haley plans to attend the University of Victoria in the fall and wishes all her peers the best of luck. Haley is the recipient of the Margot Thomason Memorial Scholarship and a UVic Entrance Scholarship. Congratulations, Haley.
Braden Niebert. Braden would like to thank all of his family and his teachers for supporting him and helping him work hard and gain the dedication to pass his classes.
Brian Wynn. Brian would like to thank his teachers and classmates for letting him feel welcome in class. Brian would also like to thank his parents for letting him take guitar lessons at A&D Music. Brian's biggest achievement at ACSS is being nominated for his capstone on music composition. He wishes all the grads the best of luck in the future.
Hal came to Canada just 3 years ago and appreciated how welcoming people were towards him. He wants to thank his friends and teachers at ACSS for all the help that they have given him. He would also like to thank his parents for always motivating and supporting him to do his best.
Houston Wynn. Houston will miss ACSS and would like to thank his family and friends for supporting him throughout high school. He would also like to thank pretty much every teacher and counselor he had for being rad. In particular, he appreciates both his AVID and band classes for the community and friendship he experienced with them. He has enjoyed these 4 years and will cherish them greatly. Houston is the recipient of the Aldergrove Credit Union Scholarship. Congratulations, Houston.
Kai Wynn. Kai has been a student at ACSS for 2 years, and those years have been very meaningful to him. He is grateful for his teachers and friends for constantly helping him. He has fond memories of staying late, creating a mural with Miss Courtney and the mural team, listening to Mr. Mathai explaining that he shouldn't use the word ardency in a sentence, and hearing Miss Brenny's advice and encouragement. He's sorry he has to say goodbye after such a short period of high school, but at the same time he knows he'll never forget his time spent here, and that is the foundation of his future.
Mason Wynn. Mason has many fond memories of his time at ACSS, especially on the badminton team. He would like to thank the team for creating so many memories and wishes he could have represented ACSS for badminton in his senior year. He will always remember the hard work and fun times he spent on the team with his friends. Mason wants to thank his mom and dad for supporting him throughout the years, and a special thanks to his friends and coaches for making 4 years at ACSS not that bad.
Rebecca Wynn. Rebecca cherished every single moment at ACSS. She would like to express her gratitude to her teachers' dedication and her friends' enthusiastic support, which contributed to a truly healthy and meaningful educational environment. Tomorrow will mark the beginning of a new chapter in Rebecca's life, and the greatest feeling in the world for Rebecca is knowing that her parents are proud of her.
Taylor Nichols. Taylor would like to thank her friends and family for continuously supporting her through her high school career. She especially wants to thank her parents, Rick and Michelle, for always keeping her level-headed when school was stressful. To Julia, she says, "Thank you for being my rock always. Excited to see where our future takes us." Taylor also wants to thank Mr. Mathai and Miss Ross for having patience with her learning process and pushing her in the right directions. As well as a very special thanks to Mr. Jones for constantly pushing her to be the best she could be and teaching her not only about auto, but life lessons as well. Taylor will miss her auto class and all the laughs that came along with it. She wishes them all the best in their futures.
Shotaro Nonomura. Shotaro's had a lot of memories at ACSS with his friends and teachers. He wants to thank all of them, and especially his host family for supporting him. This September, Shotaro is going to university in Japan and will develop knowledge that will help him in the future.
Ivy Nordell. Ivy would like to thank herself for not dropping out. She supposes she will also thank a couple people who helped her not drop out. Just a little bit, but she did most of the work. So thank you, Mr. Mathai, Mr. Timmis, Mr. Glauser, and Miss Ross. There are others, too many to name. You pushed her to make something out of herself. As Muhammad Ali said, if they can make penicillin out of bread, they can make something out of you. Also, major thank you to Jacob. He helped with a lot of the homework.
Will Nugent. Will enjoyed his 4 years of high school where he met many new friends and spent his time learning a lot of new things. He also enjoyed his time playing on the ACSS basketball teams. He would like to thank all of his friends and family for their support over the years.
Jamie Ungaro. Jamie would first like to thank her friends and family for supporting her through her school journey. She would like to thank all her teachers, especially Mr. Mathai, for always making her laugh and never failing to provide an enjoyable class. She'd also like to thank Mr. Wadan for always pushing her to get off her butt in the weight room, and Miss Cowan for sparking her love for photography. Jamie is currently in the hairdressing program and soon starting her apprenticeship. She is hoping to further her education by taking advanced classes while working towards becoming a certified Red Seal hairdresser. Jamie is aspiring to become an independent business owner in cosmetology. She would lastly like to give a big thank you to her best friend Leanna and her sister Julia for being by her side for the high school ride. She wishes everyone best of luck for the future. Jamie is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District. Congratulations, Jamie.
Ariana Penny. Ariana would like to give a big thank you to the teachers that helped her, especially Mr. Timmis for being patient enough to work with her through the year. Special thanks to her beautiful mother Leah, who tried to keep her in line and stayed by her side even when she was in the wrong. We often forget we have a whole life ahead of us when we're constantly feeling like we're wasting our teenage years by not going out with our friends and missing that once-in-a-lifetime moment. We have so many memories to make and people that we haven't even met yet that will shape us and create a whole new perspective on our life. Thank you to everyone who was there from the beginning. Ariana is a recipient of the ACSS PAC Scholarship. Congratulations, Ariana.
Dylan Pham. Dylan would like to thank all the teachers who taught and supported him. He feels so lucky to be a member of ACSS's graduating class. He would like to say a big thank you to his parents, especially his dad, who chose to come to Canada for work and to take care of him. Dylan thinks he is the best father in the world. He would like to thank all the friends he made at ACSS. You guys are amazing.
Helen Pham. Helen Pham would like to thank all the friends that she made along the way throughout her high school years. They allowed her to become the person she is today. She would like to specifically thank Mr. Mathai and Mrs. Ross for always being her emotional support when needed and will always hold a special place in her heart as her avid parents. She most importantly wants to acknowledge her mom's support and love that she provided as she raised her as a single parent. Here's to new beginnings. Helen is the recipient of the Louise Chelsea Memorial Scholarship and the Parkside Elementary PAC Scholarship. Congratulations, Helen.
All good. Stegan Pham. At the end of his meaningful high school years, Stegan wants to thank many people for helping him get to where he is today. First, he wants to thank his parents, who always supported him in everything, teaching him the right things and being willing to forgive his mistakes. Next, Stegan would like to express his sincere thanks to staff at ACSS for always working at full capacity to give students the safest and most effective learning environment, especially during COVID. Stegan is proud of his second place win in the East Valley Soccer League and first place win in men's badminton singles in the Langley School District. In September, Stegan will begin studying the Auto Service Technology program. Congratulations to all the graduates.
Peter Fook. Peter would like to thank his friends and family for supporting him throughout his 4 years of high school and encouraging him to do his best. Peter would also like to thank Ms. Lutain for preparing him for post-secondary, Mr. G for being a G and peer tutoring him, Mr. Dollywall and Mr. Fung for all the badminton games, and Mr. Mathai for assisting him in becoming the best version of himself. Peter wishes the grads of 2021 the very best and hopes for everyone to live their fullest potential in life. Peter is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District and the Parkside Elementary PAC Scholarship. Congratulations, Peter.
Jace Pickering. Jace is grateful for the journey high school has been, the opportunities and foundation it has given Jace leading to the next chapter of her life. Jace would like to thank her friends and family for inspiring her and always pushing her to do her best. Jace will be attending the University of Victoria in the fall. Jace is the recipient of the Township of Langley Bursary. Congratulations, Jace.
Cole Popoff Hottie. Cole would like to thank his teachers for the help along the way. He would especially like to thank Mrs. Richardson for the coffees and his mom for helping him to get here. He is very excited to see what happens next.
Maya Pressman. Maya came to ACSS in her grade 12 year to join the hairstyling program. Through the program, she has made lots of new friends. She wants to thank everybody for being so inviting and kind to her. She would also like to thank her teachers, friends, and family. A big thank you goes out to her mom and her best friend Kendra for the continuous encouragement. After grad, Maya will be coming back in September to finish the hair program and become a certified hairstylist. Maya is the recipient of the Andrew Mercer Scholarship for Skilled Trades and the Royal Canadian Legion Aldergrove Ladies Auxiliary Scholarship. Congratulations, Maya.
Savannah Pruden. Savannah will cherish all the fond memories here at ACSS. She will have a difficult time leaving the school and the friends she's made over the years. Savannah is currently in the hair program and is soon starting her apprenticeship working towards her Red Seal certification in hairdressing. She would like to thank her mom for allowing her the freedom throughout high school and letting her build to be herself. Savannah would like to thank her friend Jamie for keeping her motivated through the last few months and creating memorable moments in and outside of school. She'd also like to thank her friend Jenny for providing multiple opportunities, Olivia for providing the support of a lifetime, and Sheena for giving unforgettable memories and expanding her knowledge of any situation. Savannah would also like to shout out to her grandparents who have given her indescribable support for which she's beyond grateful. Savannah has started building her career through social media to show the world her progress and journey with her hair and makeup skills she's gaining for her future career. Becoming a makeup artist will be Savannah's greatest accomplishment after high school. She wishes everyone the best of luck furthering their careers. Ruben Rye. Ruben would like to thank his mother and father for all their support through this academic journey. He would also like to thank his friends who have been there from day one. He would especially like to thank Satvir, Fateh, and Sean for motivating him to get the job done no matter the circumstance.
Aiden Ramsey. Aiden would like to thank all the people that have helped him accomplish this goal. He's so happy he's graduating and he gets to go out into the real world. He would like to thank his mom and dad for raising him right and to always have a smile on his face. He would also like to thank all the teachers who believed in him and helped him get to this day. Mr. Greenland, Miss Leary, Miss Gambrell, and Mr. Perry. Thank you all for helping me achieve this goal of graduating. Aiden is the recipient of the Aldergrove Credit Union Scholarship. Congratulations, Aiden.
Aiden Reeder. Aiden would like to thank his mom for getting him to where he is today, along with all the people who kept pushing him to try his hardest and do his best. He wishes all of his fellow grads the best of luck moving forward. Aiden is the recipient of a District Authority Award through the Langley School District. Congratulations, Aiden.
Marina Romano. Marina had the best 6 months of her life at ACSS. She will never forget all the people who bring life to the International Room, especially Miss Oswald, Miss Brenny, and her dear friends from all over the world. She also wanted to thank Miss Penner and Miss Leary, who gave her a new perspective to look at things, and Miss Keynes for always providing her with books to read. She will forever be grateful to her family, her host family, and her friend Irene, who have been pillars throughout all her experiences. She hopes to one day meet all these marvelous people again.
Logan Sagaski. Logan has been a wonderful student here at ACSS and has been in student council since grade 9 and the school tech head since grade 10. He has been involved in multiple clubs and events such as the mural, the Christmas and choir online assembly video, and more. Logan wants to give a special thanks to his family, friends, and teachers for giving him the help when needed, and an additional thank you to Mr. Probert, Mr. Greenland, and all of his English teachers for always helping him and making sure that he is doing the best he can. Besides being shy and antisocial, with a smile and a good attitude, Logan has had no problem keeping up with the others and making friends along the way. Shout out to Logan for being the best he can be. Good luck, Logan, in this cold, hard world you're about to enter. We will miss you.
Rikuo Saito. Rikuo would like to thank his family, teachers, and friends for making the past 3 years the most memorable ones yet. With the amazing and constant support from his family, Rikuo was able to say goodbye to grade 12 feeling content with all his accomplishments. He would also like to acknowledge all his wonderful teachers with whom he has many strong relationships and who he will carry in his heart forever. Next April, Rikuo will continue to university in Japan to acquire more expert knowledge. He would also like to thank his best friends for being there through everything, and he will always cherish the memories and laughs they all had together.
Caden Salisbury. Caden would like to thank his family and friends for getting him through this year. He would also like to thank Mrs. Cowan for pushing him in photography to take risks. He wishes the grads the best of luck in the future.
Hazrat Sandhu. Hazrat will cherish the memories she's made in her 4 years here at ACSS. She would like to thank Mr. Orchard for being very patient while switching her classes last minute. One of her treasured times was growing up with some of the best people anyone could have asked for. Shout out to Sheza for helping her with her assignments and homework in these 4 years, and Cherabelle for all the real talks. This fall, Hazrat will be attending the University of the Fraser Valley, where she will obtain a Bachelor of Business Administration aviation degree. To pursue her career in the aviation industry, most importantly, Hazrat would like to thank her mom for helping her become the person she is today. Hazrat is the recipient of the Harry Hunt Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Hazrat.
Pushing through. Manjinder Saran. Manjinder would like to thank her mom and SG for supporting her to the fullest and always being there for her. She would also like to thank them for bringing out the best in her when she's feeling down. She truly loves and thanks you for all your help. Manjinder would also like to thank Mr. Orchard for keeping her on track during her last year at ACSS and being a good resource to her when needed. Manjinder will continue her education further at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. She will always remember running out at the end of the school day to go see her friends from other high schools in the Lower Mainland. She leaves you with this quote: "Although goodbyes were meant to be sad, suddenly seeing what I've achieved and have today, there's a smile on my face. Don't hold on to your past that hurt you, because only the future will reward you for the pain."
Tyson Seibel. Tyson would like to thank his family for all their support to help him get to graduation. He would also like to thank his teachers for constantly pushing him to be the best version of himself. He wishes everyone good luck after graduation.
Seja Shazad. Seja is planning to attend the Faculty of Applied Sciences at the University of British Columbia this September. She would like to thank her friends and family for all their help and support throughout her high school career, leading her to where she is today. She would also like to thank her best friend Hazrat for being there for her day one, pushing her through all her ups and downs. She would also like to thank Mr. Orchard for helping her switch every class just to make it work. She wishes her fellow grads the best of luck and is looking forward to what the future holds.
Yoshinobu Shingai. Yoshinobu would like to thank his family for their support in allowing him to study in Canada. He would also like to thank Miss Oswald and Miss Brenny for all their help with his studies. He hopes everyone has a great future.
Calvin Singh. Calvin will go on to pursue kinesiology at the #1 sports medicine school in North America. He would like to thank his friends and family for the unparalleled love and support he has received throughout his childhood, which has made his dreams and aspirations attainable. Calvin has been enrolled at ACSS for a short 2 years, but would like to emphasize some memorable interactions within the school. He would like to recognize Ms. Clapton's pure kindness and empathy because she would always come in a clutch with his scholarship references on the day of the deadline. Sorry about that. Calvin would also like to acknowledge all of his grade 12 teachers. Thank you for creating a year to remember. Everything from pranks, jokes, and conversations regarding potential parties at universities to tennis practices and the hilarious stories helped make every day something to look forward to. Calvin is a recipient of the Aldergrove Minor Hockey League Charlie Fox Developmental Scholarship, the Harry Hunt Memorial Scholarship, the Pacific Coast Amateur Hockey Association Midget A Scholarship, the Langley Teachers Association Scholarship, and the Jody Steeves Aldergrove Remax Kindness Scholarship. Congratulations, Calvin. Thank you.
Satvir Singh. Satvir would like to thank his family and friends for their support through his high school life. He would like to thank Ruben, Fateh, and Sean for encouraging him to do well in school and pushing him to attend class.
Ariel Smith. Ariel would like to thank all the teachers here at ACSS for 4 irreplaceable years at high school. Specifically, she would like to thank Miss Ross for sticking by her side since grade 9 and for her being the reason she was able to come back and graduate here today. She would also like to thank her friends that stuck by her for the last couple years and all the laughs and memories shared. Ariel hopes to one day be a high school English teacher and wishes everyone luck with their next steps in life.
Catherine Solis Soto. Kat wants to thank all the ACSS teachers and her family for all the support. She would especially like to thank Ms. Cowan for the best photography class she took in her grade 12 year. After graduation, Kat will continue her education and strive for a career as a social worker. She wishes the grads of 2021 the best of luck in the future.
Jamie Stezik. Jamie would like to thank Mr. Timmis, Megan, and Mrs. Richardson for all their help over the years. She knows she wouldn't have made it this far without your constant support. She's so blessed to have the support that she had while she was here. She would also like to thank her family for pushing her to be her best and supporting her through it all, even though she was trouble sometimes. She hopes everyone has a great life.
Taylor Stezik. Taylor would like to give a huge thanks to her mom for getting her through school. She says thank you to Mr. Timmis, Megan, Sarah, Miss Urban, Miss Leary, and all the other teachers who got me this far. And a big thanks to Miss Richardson and Officer Moe for always supporting her mentally and physically throughout the years. Most of all, a huge thanks to her twin sister for being her best friend and supporting, sometimes defending her whole life.
Futaba Takase. Futaba had many unforgettable memories in ACSS, especially the time spent with her friends. She would like to thank her family, homestay family, teachers, and friends for their kindness and generosity in helping her through high school. ACSS has not only been an amazing school for Futaba, but has been a loving community where she could express who she is as an individual. She would like everyone to know how much this school and her peers have impacted her life, and she doesn't know where or what she would be if it weren't for all of her close friends and the opportunities she's had. She sends the biggest thank you to everyone who has been there.
Josh Taylor. Josh would like to thank everyone for their support as he crosses the stage. He would especially like to thank his parents and sister and brother. He'd like to give a solid thank you to his friends on and off the ice for all the laughs over the years. He'd also like to thank Ms. Keynes for her constant reminders to get this submitted on time. He wishes all the grads the best of luck in their futures.
Zach Tower. Zach would like to thank everyone that has pushed him through this year. It was a struggle to finish his year 1 in plumbing and then come back to school to finish his grad year. He would like to thank his mom and dad for pushing and nudging him to keep going forward. He would like to give a huge thank you to the lovely teachers. He was blessed to be in your classroom. Thank you so much to Mrs. Richardson for going out of your way to help me. Zach will truly miss everyone that has made a positive impact on his life.
Bobby Tran. Who would have thought Bobby would have graduated with the amount of effort he put in? There was certainly still room for improvement, but he has no regrets. He is thankful for the teachers and friends for always being there for him, and he wishes them the best in their future endeavors.
Braden Tran. Braden is leaving ACSS with fond memories of his friends and the community. Braden would like to thank his friends for always being there for him, his teachers for teaching him everything he knows, and he especially wants to thank his parents for always supporting and being there for him.
Nancy Tran. Nancy would like to thank Ms. Schmidt, Ms. Oswald, Ms. Brenny, and Ms. Choi for all their help over the years. She wants to thank her family for giving her this opportunity. Nancy hopes everyone has a bright future.
John Treneman. John would like to thank his stepmom, his dad, grandma, mother, and Mr. Jones. He thinks the past 6 months of schooling in Mr. Jones's Youth Train and Trades Automotive Technician program was the best he's ever experienced. Thank you for everything.
Mai Trong. To the amazing friends, family, and teachers who supported, encouraged, taught, and made Mai laugh, she would like to give all of you a big thank you. Mai enjoyed her memories with the lovely people she volunteered with and the badminton team she played with. She would like the graduating class to know that you become what you surround yourself with and that good things will come to you. Also, sorry for being late and being the very last one to hand this in, Miss Keynes. Mai is the recipient of a District Authority Award, the G.H. McDonald Memorial Trust Scholarship, and a UFV Entrance Scholarship. She is also one of ACSS valedictorians. Congratulations, Mai.
Nicholas Trong. Nick would like to thank his parents for constantly pushing him to achieve more than he thought he could. He'd also like to thank his teachers that helped him on his journey. Shout out to Nathan for letting him steal his car. He'd like to wish the grads the best of luck in the future.
Robert Trong. Robert would like to thank the many friends and teachers for the countless memorable moments over the course of his time at ACSS. He would especially like to give gratitude towards the teachers in the science and art departments for supporting his passion and interests in those fields. He wishes everyone the best in their future aspirations.
Ivan Van Pelt. Ivan thanks his mom, his stepdad, his siblings, his friends, and his teachers for all he was able to achieve this year. He stepped out of his comfort zone, pushed his creativity beyond its limits, and created a lot of projects he is proud of, especially in art and in media arts class. He is interested in taking graphic design, character design, or voice acting courses in the future, as he enjoys designing things, designing his own characters, and recently found a love for voice acting. He will leave this school feeling proud of himself and will strive to continue to push himself to go out of his comfort zone.
Owen Vanderbilt. Owen is so very thankful for all the friends, family, teachers, and staff that have helped him through his high school journey. He would like to specifically thank his mom, his dad, his brother, Miss Sutton, Miss Boyd, and Miss Richardson for the immense help and support they've given him. If it wasn't for them, he doesn't think he would have made it.
Paul Vu. Paul would like to thank everyone who helped him to get where he is. He would especially like to thank his family, Miss Oswald, Miss Brenny, Miss Schmidt, and Miss Choi for all their help at ACSS. He wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Cam Walsh. Cam would like to thank all the teachers who've helped him throughout high school. He would especially like to thank his mom and the rest of his family for all their support. He'd like to wish the grads the best of luck in the future.
Vincent Walls. Vincent has studied at ACSS since his grade 11 year. He worked hard in his hairstylist program and is hoping to one day pursue a job as a barber. He wants to thank the counseling staff and Miss Mulaner for always being there to help him, be it advice or just reminders to quit procrastinating. His time was well spent here, and he's grateful for all the meaningful moments he's had making friends and meeting everybody here. He wishes the best for the rest of his graduating class.
Courtney Watson. Courtney would like to thank her friends and family for supporting her journey through high school. She especially wants to thank her mom, Laura, for always being amazing. To my best friend, Lena, thank you in advance for carrying me through university. Courtney also wants to thank Miss Ross and Mr. Mathai for not only forcing her to grow and strive for better, but also for all their advice on life. Courtney will truly miss her Avid class and the bond they all share. She wishes them all luck in their future endeavors. Courtney will be studying communications at Douglas College to pursue a career in public relations. Courtney is the recipient of a District Authority Award. Congratulations, Courtney.
Emma Westwick. Emma would like to thank her family for their unconditional love and support, and her friends for making the past 4 years filled with many memories and good times. Emma will forever appreciate Mrs. Ross and Mr. Mathai for being amazing role models and helping her grow into the person she is today. She will especially miss the Avid class since they've always been there for each other and have been through it all together. Emma wishes the class of 21 all the best as we reach the end of an era and this new chapter begins. See you later. Emma is a recipient of the Langley Retired Educators Scholarship. Congratulations, Emma.
Cole Wheeler. Cole was an interesting student. He was goofy, responsible, and always had a smile on his face. He would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers for everything they've done for him on his journey. He would like to recognize a few people. Firstly, his mother, Brianna. She always supported him no matter what was going on, whether it be sports or school. She always was there for him, giving him the best advice and being behind him no matter the circumstances. Secondly, his girlfriend, Holly Jean, for always being the person to go to for help when Cole needed it. Cole would also like to thank his best friend, Justin, who Cole met when they were 7 at the hockey rink, and ever since, they've been good friends. Finally, Cole would like to thank Mr. Mathai, who helped push Cole through high school. Sure, he almost always nearly failed Mathai's class, but Mr. Mathai helped Cole with everything and was always so supportive of him. All these people have helped shape Cole into who he is today and is forever grateful for what they all have done for him. Cole is the recipient of a District Authority Award through the Langley School District. Congratulations, Cole.
Good job, very good job. Emily Wildy. Emily would like to thank her family and friends for helping her through her school journey. She would especially like to thank her mom for letting her get out of class when she simply didn't want to be there. She would also like to thank the Avid program for preparing her for the next chapter in her life. Emily is planning on attending a local post-secondary school for a Bachelor of Kinesiology in September. Emily is a recipient of the Langley School District Foundation Scholarship and a TWU Entrance Scholarship. Congratulations, Emily.
Jacob Wood. Jacob would like to thank his girlfriend, Ivy, his family, friends, and his teachers for getting him through his high school journey. He wishes everyone the best of luck in the future. Jacob is the recipient of a District Authority Award from the Langley School District, the Don Hanson Memorial Scholarship, and the Fraser Valley Vending Scholarship. Congratulations, Jacob.
John Wu. John would like to thank all the teachers who taught him. They are very friendly and helpful. He would especially like to thank Miss Brenny and Miss Oswald. They helped him a lot with studying and other things. He wishes everyone the best of luck in the future.
Congratulations to the Aldergrove Community Secondary grads of 2021. I now ask that Mrs. Ashley Ross return to the stage to address our graduates.
Dearest graduates of 2021, I am so honored to have been chosen to speak to you today and to toast your many accomplishments. Not all of you may realize it, but you're my first students. You were the only Expo 8 class that I taught, so really the only group that I got to teach how to properly resize a photo. You're the first group I've seen grow from nervous nines to respectful graduates. You were my first AVIDs, first grade-wide peace circles, and the first group that put handprints on the wall. We've had lots of firsts together. In many ways, I feel like we have grown up together, so this toast is a sentimental journey for me. From the beginning, I taught some of you in grade 9 socials, and then again in grade 10 socials. Some of you still chose to come back for law, economics, and genocide studies. I feel honored to have been able to share my passion with you. Some of you I had to try to talk out of buying fake swords, and some of you sat through my really long travel PowerPoints, but I'm very proud that you recognized these sites while we traveled around Europe. Some of you ate lunch on my comfy couch every day for 3 years. I often wonder if that would have lasted right until the end, if not for COVID. Some of you sought advice, said hello in the hallways, or held the door, offered to help when my arms were too full. Some of you I talked into taking risks or supported through class presentations. There were some tears, but there were always tissues. Some of you learned it was easiest to go first. For some, I wrote recommendation letters into programs you excelled at, for jobs you wanted, or for entry into volunteer opportunities. I vouched for you because I trusted you. You are one of the most compassionate groups I've ever taught. You have learned to use an outline, leave the whiteout behind, and write well with evidence. You have learned to ask for help and extensions when needed. You have used code words like avocado with success. You have survived 5-minute meetings, parent-teacher interviews, echo projects, the government game, the competitive youth initiative, and capstone presentations. We have laughed together. You have made my job enjoyable. I have marveled at your growth. Some of you quite literally now tower above me, although I suppose some of you always did. I've enjoyed your changing styles, changing hair, changing ideas. I have loved watching you find your voice, your place, and your purpose. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, and I want you to know that your group was chosen. You were chosen by the staff as the crest of a wave that we hoped would bring a positive change to the whole building. We wanted our students, you, to be more proud, to feel more pride, to live High All UN, to truly feel second to none. Before you started, staff decided we only wanted you to know positive energy and feel that school spirit throughout your journey here. From the first day, we asked you to embrace being a totem. I may have lectured some of you about it, but we planned pep rallies for you, and we reconnected to our heritage with you in mind. We put up murals, set up benches, and tried to create a sense of community. You were the face of our big 60th anniversary, a key part of our rebranding. You embraced this mindset with all of your heart. You bought in. You have resurrected what it means to be a totem.
You cheered at events, you wore school colors, you joined clubs, played on winning teams, played on losing teams. You withstood a tough attack on the school's integrity with dignity. And I believe that you would have welcomed a flood of new students from another school with open arms and genuine acceptance. You have represented ACSS honorably in the community, across the country, and in other countries. You have embraced your peers through events like Wellness Week and Diversity Week and supported the GSA. New students have always been welcomed by you, the Totem Ambassadors, and made to feel a part of the team from day one. You have volunteered, fundraised, mentored, led, struggled, excelled. You have set your minds to bringing attention to key issues that were important to you, sought solutions to address shortcomings and solve problems. It feels like you've never asked why me, but have always persevered with why not me. Watching you sign your names after 4 years felt monumental. You have left your handprints here, both on the wall and in our hearts. You have created a lasting legacy at ACSS, but in truth, your path is only beginning. Our job was to prepare you for what's next, and you're ready. Trust me. Go be the amazing individuals we all know you are, but we still want you to come back and visit and tell us all about it. This may not be the graduation that you had hoped for. It certainly isn't exactly what we would have wanted for you, but you are the graduates we hoped for from the beginning of this journey. Congratulations. I am so proud of you. We are all so proud of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ross. I would like to ask Mr. Jeremy Linden, our most recent former principal, to share a few words with the grad class of 2021.
Thank you, Ms. Clapton, or as Gabby Gregory dubbed her, Captain Clapton. So thank you, Captain Clapton. Honored guests, parents, family and friends, ACSS staff, and of course, the ACSS graduates of 2021. Graduates, this is an exciting moment for you. Tonight marks the end of a 13-year journey and a symbolic first step into the next chapter of your lives. This is also a special moment for your families, friends, and anyone who supported you in your 13-year journey. This is a proud moment for me. I was the principal at ACSS when you came in grade 9, and I'm honored to have been able to watch you grow and learn throughout most of your 4 years here at ACSS. Thank you to Mr. Palachuk, Captain Clapton, Mr. Kilvert, the ACSS staff, and of course all of you for inviting me back and allowing me the privilege to not only watch you cross the stage today, but also to share a few words with you as you leave the familiar halls of ACSS. This year, Aldergrove Secondary is honoring its 63rd grad class. Since 1958, each grad class has left its mark and built upon the rich history of its predecessors. Like the 62 classes before you, for the past 4 years, each of you, in your own way, has played a part in shaping ACSS and its culture. In fact, when we talk about shaping the culture of ACSS, you came into grade 9 during a year when reshaping the culture was at the center of all the work we were doing as a school community. In September of 2017, you arrived during the 60th anniversary year of our school, a year in which we sought to rediscover the significance of our school's history. ACSS has such a unique and rich history. At the center of that history is the question, what does it mean to be a totem? In your first year at ACSS and the 60th anniversary celebrations, a powerful narrative of connection and community emerged. This narrative is strongly rooted in the symbol selected to represent ACSS over 6 decades ago, the totem. To me, the totem is about community, culture, support, caring, excellence, a spirit and character that won't be denied. It is second to none. This school's always held a special place in my heart and in my life. For almost 3 decades, I almost seem to come full circle. Student, coach, volunteer, community schools worker, teacher, vice principal, principal, now past principal, no matter where I was on life's journey, I always seemed to connect back to ACSS. I think in large part, that's because this school, the staff, the students, the community have done so much for me. What I've come to realize is that all of this culture, this history that I've been so fortunate to experience, is rooted in the symbolism of our totem. 60 years ago, the staff and students who chose the totem to represent ACSS did so thoughtfully and courageously. In 1958, selecting an Indigenous symbol, the totem, to represent the core values and beliefs upon which a school community would be built for decades to come was unheard of. The fact that the totem was carved by a First Nations woman, Ellen Neal, was even more unconventional. Indeed, the students and staff at ACSS were ahead of their time. The totem was selected to welcome the many Indigenous students from the Bella Bella and Bella Coola regions of the province who were billeted with Aldergrove families. Recognizing that many of the students who attended Aldergrove High School would be the first members of their families to attend a school in a non-residential school setting, the totem would serve as a symbol of welcome and inclusion at Aldergrove High School. The story of our totem is an important one. It's the prologue of a great narrative that's been 60+ years in the making. I invite you now to think about your own story as a totem. What has your journey been? What is the significance of the ACSS legacy of which you're now a part and to which you have contributed? You fought for social justice in your support of Orange Shirt Day. You advocated for mental health supports in the annual Wellness Week. You showed tremendous courage in your work to bring the SOGI curriculum into classrooms to support LGBTQ+ students. You organized a very successful blood drive to support the Canadian Red Cross. And you fought for environmental sustainability to ensure that future generations have a healthy planet in which to keep fighting for social justice and equity. You built positive culture and community throughout your time at ACSS. You were the first grade 9s to leave your mark and put your handprints on the walls, handprints that you will have most recently signed. You built positive school culture through Spirit Weeks, pep rallies, and in building the 4 totem-inspired house teams. You were the first grade 9s to experience the Totem Ambassador program at ACSS, and in turn became the first group of grade 9s who had the chance to become Totem Ambassadors yourselves. You all found your passion at ACSS, whether it was within academics or athletics, fine arts or service to your community. You've all found success in your chosen area. This is but a small sample of the legacy that you leave behind at Aldergrove Secondary. Now, legacy is not just about positive events and successes, it's also about resilience and overcoming adversity. We know that some of you struggled academically or to find balance between school, a social life, and work. Some of you have come here as international students and were faced with learning about a new culture and its customs. We know that some of you have struggled with poverty and others have felt the stranglehold of addiction and mental health issues. We all face adversity, and whatever your struggle has been, you haven't been alone. We know that many of you have faced your share of adversity. We all do at some point or another. We also know that very often we don't ever overcome our challenges on our own. We need allies and support systems. In the stories of our lives, we need supporting characters who help us to face our adversities and conquer our fears. You've done this for each other. Your culture of care, your community building, your connection making, these are the things that are perhaps most important in your legacy. You found ways to help each other through the good times and the tough ones. To me, this is your legacy. As totems, you've helped to write the 63rd chapter of the ACSS narrative. You've been about community, culture, support, caring, excellence, a spirit and character that won't be denied. You are second to none. When we asked you 4 years ago to understand what it means to be a totem, not only did you understand it, but you redefined it. And that is a legacy that you can be proud of. Congratulations, ACSS graduates of 2021.
As we near the end of our ceremony, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the many people who made this ceremony possible. Thank you to Constables Kennard and McLaren for beginning this evening's ceremony. Thank you to Carlin Andres and Deanna Miller for welcoming us with a traditional Indigenous welcome. Thank you to Mayor Jack Froese, Trustee Charlie Fox, and Superintendent Gord Stewart for addressing and congratulating our grads of 2021. Thank you to Mountain West for providing the photography for this evening, and a huge thank you goes out to our filming company, Agency Media. Thank you to our office staff of Ms. Marie Bazanzin, Ms. Haley Rice, and Ms. Corrine Beach for all of their hard work and organization leading up to this evening. Thank you to our ACSS staff who have not only helped coordinate this event, but who have also put in 4 years of guidance and support to each of you so you can reach this monumental occasion. We would like to acknowledge the tireless work of our staff grad committee of Ms. Tamara Brenny, Ms. Katie Keynes, and Mrs. Kim Oswald. Over the last several months, they have spent hours planning, coordinating, and reminding you to get those grad write-ups submitted and other grad-related requirements completed. And finally, thank you to the family members and friends who have supported each of you throughout this educational journey. Please take time to show your gratitude and to celebrate with them. This concludes the ACSS commencement ceremony of 2021. I would like to welcome back Carla Andres and Deanna Miller to close the ceremony this evening with a traditional closing song.
In closing, we'd like to sing the Children's Blessing Song. This song was taught to me by a dear friend, Cheryl Siwi-Pagaham, and she has given us permission to share it far and wide, and we'd like to share it with you tonight. Haitsaka.